Welcome to the Nerdjacker's Vault. Today, we're diving into the turbulent world of ancient China with one of its greatest thinkers, Mencius, and his timeless masterpiece, Works of Mencius. Today, we are talking about its first volume. Imagine an age of constant war, where powerful kings and ambitious warlords are all asking the same question. How do I win? How do I make my state the strongest? Into this chaos walks a philosopher named Mencius, and he brings a message that turns their entire worldview upside down. He tells them, if you chase profit and power first, you will lose your people, and eventually, you will lose everything. But if you put benevolence and righteousness first, power will follow. In his very first meeting with a king, the ruler asks for advice on how to profit his kingdom. Mencius immediately pushes back. He explains that when a ruler speaks of profit, everyone starts speaking of profit. Ministers want to profit their families. Commoners want to profit themselves. And society becomes a frantic scramble for gain. This greed creates chaos and rivalry, ultimately weakening the state. Instead, Mencius insists, a ruler should only speak of benevolence and righteousness. These virtues build trust and order, the true foundations of a strong nation. So what does good rule actually look like, according to Mencius? It's not about flashy monuments or grand conquests. It's practical. It means not disrupting the farming seasons so people can grow their food. It means protecting forests and fisheries from being overused. It means keeping taxes and punishments light so families can live without constant fear. He paints a simple but powerful picture of a healthy society, where elders have warm clothes and good food, where families don't starve, and where the old aren't forced to carry heavy burdens on the road. When people can nourish the living and bury their dead without bitterness, that, Mencius says, is the beginning of true kingship. Mencius doesn't pull his punches. He confronts rulers who blame bad harvests for their people's suffering. He compares it to stabbing someone to death and then blaming the weapon. A ruler who lets people starve is morally responsible. In one famous analogy, he tells a king who made some small efforts to help during a famine that he's like a soldier who ran 50 paces from a battle and then laughed at another soldier who ran 100. Both still fled from their duty. Partial measures don't fix a broken system, where kitchens are filled with rich meat while people are dying of hunger on the roads. A central theme in the book is that true legitimacy comes from the hearts of the people, not from military force. Mencius argues that the only person who can truly unify the world is a ruler who takes no pleasure in killing. If such a leader existed, people would flock to him like water rushing downhill. This is Mencius's political realism. He understood that people crave safety and fairness. When they see a ruler who protects them instead of just using them, their loyalty is a natural consequence. The benevolent, he says, has no enemy, not because no one will attack him, but because the moral force of his rule naturally draws people to his side. One of the most memorable stories involves a king who sees an ox being led to sacrifice. The king can't bear the animal's terrified expression and orders it to be swapped for a sheep. While some mocked him for being stingy, Mencius saw it as proof that the king possessed compassion. The problem, Mencius explained, was that the king didn't extend that compassion to his own people. He tells the king, "You don't rule benevolently, not because you can't, but because you won't." This is a core teaching. Start with the compassion you already have and expand it outward. Respect the elders in your family, and then respect the elders in all families. Care for the young in your own home, and then care for the young everywhere. Do this, and the entire kingdom can be turned in the palm of your hand. At the heart of his philosophy is Mencius's belief in human nature. He argues that all people have a heart that cannot bear to see others suffer. If you saw a child about to fall into a well, you would feel instant alarm and distress. This isn't for praise or to avoid blame. It's a natural, built-in instinct. This compassion, he says, is the root of benevolence. Just like this, We all have the beginnings of righteousness, propriety, and wisdom within us. If we nurture these seeds, they can grow into a powerful moral force that can guide a person and a nation. Ultimately, Mencius delivers a hard political truth that resonates even today. Force can create temporary obedience, but only virtue creates lasting loyalty. A ruler is like a parent to the people. If he feasts while they starve, he is no parent. But if he shares in their joys and works to end their suffering, he becomes the kind of leader people will follow anywhere. For Mencius, the path to true power and the path to goodness are not two different roads. They are one and the same. That's our summary of Works of Mencius, Volume 1. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more summaries into the greatest ideas in history. If you want to listen to the full audiobook, please check the description.